Welcome to the Asian Equipped and Classic Bench Press Championships 2022. My name is Christina Chamley and it is my pleasure to be announcing this morning's session for you. In this session we have the Men's Equipped Bench Press.
2 more minutes to change openers.
This is an Asian Region
5 more minutes to
Championship
start the competition.
in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. This morning we have the men's 83 kilo and men's 93 kilo all age categories. We have approximately 19 lifters in this group, so one group for you. And if you're interested to know why those numbers are pretty small, of course COVID is still playing a part in the region, with many of the nations here having strict COVID and quarantine rules and re-entry into their countries. So many nations were unable to bring teams here. However, we have got approximately 8 teams, 8 nations attending these championships. And it's absolutely wonderful that they've managed to bring a few team members to this event. Actually, today's lifting will be quite interesting. In the open age category, in the 83s and 93s, it should be exciting because we've got really some very competitive guys. So I'm looking forward to that showdown. There'll be a little bit of a fight, a bit of a competition on. So that's something to look forward to. We're about 3 minutes out from a start here. And let me tell you, as I said, we have all age categories. We have sub-juniors, juniors, open, masters, the various masters categories. The sub-juniors are aged between 14 and 18 years of age, and the juniors between 18 and 23. The open category starts. The senior category starts from 23, but of course anyone can lift as an open lifter.
Thank you, sir.
So this is bench press only, this championship. So the single bench press records, etc. apply in terms of world records and regional records.
No more changing attempts.
And we'll be calling any record attempts if they come along as they come along. A lot of these lifters that you're going to see today either haven't competed for a couple of years due to COVID, or they've come back this year and, may have had a bit of a difficulty at Worlds, for example, due to, changing weight categories and not having competed for a while. So everyone's just restarting, actually, their competitive spirit and getting used to new weight categories and getting used to being back on the big platform again. So I think that 2022 is really a settling in period again after COVID. Of course, we're still not finished with it, but we're getting there. And same with, our championships. We restart. We had a difficult time without any championships at all, and people just were in isolation. So, it really affected a lot of people in terms of training on their own, not having competition. So I think a lot of us are just thrilled to be back. We're really thankful to these nations such as Mongolia who've put their hand up to host these events. And of course, we're eternally thankful to our sponsors, to the IPF, our overarching body, our sponsors, SBD and Aleco, and all the other minor sponsors. They kept supporting us through the COVID-19 period, through that really difficult time, and they're still here for us as we come out of it. And so for that, we're extremely thankful. And let's hope that we can, in 2023, continue to ramp up, get back up to full strength, so to speak, and really lift ourselves. No pun intended. As you can see, we're about a minute out from a start, and we've got our bar is loaded for our first lifter, who will be a sub-junior. a junior in the 83 category from Mongolia, Batzaya. So I would just like to conclude by welcoming you all in the various languages that are here today. Swagatham, Salam, Yukuzo, Koshkeldeniz, Tavtai Moril, Ahlan Bikram, and welcome. So one flight for you this morning, 19 lifters. We had a few late scratchings, so it'll be a pretty quick
80
session.
kg.
3 attempts each as
Bar
always,
is loaded.
and bar is
The lifter
loaded
is
for
Batzaya
Batzaya
of
of
Mongolia.
Mongolia. Batzaya is one of 2 in this age and weight class. The other lifter is also a Mongolian. So he's come out and just benched a raw 80
Number
kilos,
100.
3 white lights. So
For
basically looks
Batzaya
like his
of
last
Mongolia.
warm-up. Just got on the board. That's a nice, safe thing to do, especially for youngsters, but for anyone to total started, and then you can go from there. So our next lifter, we go through to the opposite end of the age spectrum to an 80 M4 in the 83 kilo class. Sveniva Dorj of Mongolia. Here is 100 kilos for him. It's a raw bench. Not sure what the hold up there was, but he's ready to get settled under the bar. As you may expect, this gentleman is in a weight and age class of his own, and he's got 3 white lights, so there is his gold medal. He's done it. M4, that's impressive. So bar goes to 100 kilos now. The Ijidar of Mongolia, he's a Masters 2, means he's aged between 50 and 59, and he's an under 93 kilo lifter. He's also come out in a t-shirt, and he's lifting raw for his first lift. He's in this class on his own as well, and I would say this is his last warm-up, and he'll put the shirt on. So, very easy, just making sure he gets some numbers on the board.
Good lift.
And he'll go back into the warm-up room, get the shirt on, and we'll see some much bigger numbers from him. 105 on the bar now for Gongorjav from Mongolia. Masters 2 as well. He's in the 83 kilos, so in the weight class beneath the previous
Bar
lifter.
is loaded.
And he's one of 2 lifters in that category. Again, we see the t-shirt, so I suspect he'll go and get the bench shirt on after this. So as you see, these are very simple benches. Just getting on the board.
Good lift.
Not too much celebrating going on yet. These are easy lifts that they do in the gym
110
every day.
kg for But Erdin
So
of Mongolia.
110 kilos now for Shagda Surin of Mongolia. He's a Masters 3. We do notice that here in Mongolia there is quite a lot of the Masters age lifters, which is great. It shows that they're healthy in terms of their lifting, that they are still able to lift at this age. I think it's possible this lifter may not put a bench shirt on. I think he might be lifting raw for the whole session. We'll just have to wait and see. Some did as well yesterday. They just lifted completely raw, even though this is an equipped event. Very strong lift. No problem at all.
Good lift. Forrest, we don't 120 kg for
Wonderful occasion for some lifters who get now to lift at a regional event in their home country, with friends and family in the audience watching. It's fantastic. 120 on the bar now for Nassim Bayram. Masters 2 lifter again. Love how these Mongolian lifters seem to be quite expressive. They do a growl as they press. It's really fantastic to hear the effort. Always encourage lifters, whatever's your personality, feel free to show your personality on the platform. Show the audience, show people who you are, what your lifting does for you. Don't have to try and contain yourself if you don't want to, or if that's not natural to you. So 140 now on the bar for Sub Junior. He's got a shirt on, so he's here to do a quick benching this morning. His name is Bayamba Jargal. 140, 83 kilo Sub Junior. He's in a class of his own, so he will not be competing against anyone directly here. That was really easy for him. A little bit more weight will even suit him even better, as he is able to pull that down a little bit better. And I reckon we'll see an even better looking bench next one. He is a Sub Junior, 93 kilo class, got his shirt on. He's also in a class of his own. Just a tremendous experience to come here and be refereed at a very high level. The IPF Category 1 and 2 referees here. Of course, drug testing. Just a little hesitation there in the changeover, but I think everything's fine. It certainly is. He got 3 white lights, and let's hope that blows the cobwebs out for him and he gets into his groove a bit more, even for the second lift. So 190 now on the bar for Masters 1 lifter. Damdin Surin from Mongolia. 190.
Bar is loaded.
Bar's loaded and we have no lifter. Oh, here he comes. He's rushing. He's rushing. No, there. He's missed the steps. He's trying to figure out where he's going. He's still wrapping himself. Now, this is very rushed for Damden Surin, 190. He's going to need to get himself under there. He's got about 20 seconds now. Let's see if he gets a start in time. There we go. Wow. So after being incredibly rushed and unprepared to come out, he has pressed that very well.
Of Mongolia.
Well done. There's actually a few guys in his weight and age class, so that'll be interesting. See how they all go. So, 190 for Basandorj. He's a Masters 1 lifter. One of 2 lifters in his age and weight class, opening on 190. His competitor is opening on 210, so a little bit of a difference between them there. Okay, 3 white lights. He's on the board.
207.5.
Go back to the 83s now.
Japan.
Goto from Japan. There's a few competitors in that flight. There's 4. In that group, there's 4 of them. And Goto, I think, has really dropped his opener here. From when he warmed up. So let's see how the 207.5 goes. Should be good. I thought he might lead this pack. So let's just see. Actually, one's dropped out. So there's only 3 in that group now. Just be interested to see what the refs say here. Okay, 3 white lights. It's just a little bit of a
110 kg.
question mark there that he was quite settled and had his feet planted, but got the 3 white lights, no problem.
Naran Batar of Mongolia.
So, Badgar of Mongolia now, 210. Now,
Bar is loaded. .210 Bagda. His competitor opened on 190, got that. So Bagda's also dropped his opener. So he's just making sure he gets on the board here. Not a bad strategy.
Okay, he's got the lift. Just my side view here, he was struggling to get the touch, so maybe a bit more weight will suit him actually better. Bar goes to 215 now for Damba from Mongolia. He's the Masters 1.
Bar is loaded.
So this would get him into first place in his group. Goto got 207.5 and Damdasuran got 190. So this to get into first position. Nice setup. Yeah, 3 white lights. So that shoots him straight into first position. But Goto from Japan is not far away. So we'll watch these 2 guys especially. Bit of a jump now, 235 on the bar for a junior. Sukhpatar from Mongolia.
Bar is loaded. Sukhpatar.
Pretty pumped up. Sukhpatar. His competitor, direct competitor, is the Batzaya, who came out and just did 100 kilo or so raw. So Sukhpatar is opening on 235. And I'm just interested to watch his lifting, particularly because I'm keeping an eye on the Asian record in this age and weight category. He sets himself down. Now that's got to be a no lift from my point of view. Yes, it is. That's a no lift. I could see a lot of errors from my side. His heels were up, his feet were sliding. That wasn't a controlled lift at all. So this will be very interesting. He's missed that, and I think he is edging towards getting up there towards the record, not perhaps at this event, but he would have probably dearly liked to have got that opener so that he can try and stack on a bit more weight. So here we have Batbold 250 from Mongolia. He's an open lifter in the 83 class. Now, watch this guy because he is interesting. What's happened here? We've got wrong rack heights, have we? Okay, so the clock is counting down, so it's not considered to be the loader's error, it's his error. He's trying to squeeze up real tight on that bench. His feet are sliding at the moment. Oh dear. I've got a side view and the butt came up, the feet were sliding.
255.
So that's not a good look. Here we have the Kazakh lifter, Batenko. Now, he's in the same age and weight class as Batbold, who you just saw then. And he recently in the last 2 years moved up from the 74 kilo weight. So he's gained weight. He's a bench press only
Bar is
specialist.
loaded.
He's gained weight, but the last two occasions that he has been at a high level at Worlds at this weight, he hasn't done so well. So he'll be very keen, I should imagine, to just get on the board here at 255. It's a conservative opener for him. Very low touch. Very easy up. So, as I said, conservative opener.
Good lift.
And he's on the board. Well done. Because the
265.
last two occasions that he's benched in this new weight category, he's actually bombed. So he's not registered even one lift. So this was the first time. So that's great to see him come out. He's got a shirt on that he can get that touch with that light weight.
Bar is loaded.
Good strategy.
Bar
So
Kamul
now-
of Mongolia is a lifter.
Kamulgul of Mongolia, 265. This is a big opener for him. This is interesting. 265. Okay. Must be feeling good today. He's one of about 5 in his group. Let's see how he goes. Good. Look good from here. And he's got it. Yes, good lift. So he's on the board.
277.5.
Now, 277.5 for Batsuka.
Batsuk of Mongolia.
Batsuka's also in the same, he's a direct competitor of this gentleman you've just seen. So 277.5. And Batsuka, he got bronze at World Bench Press
Bar is loaded.
just this year, earlier at World Bench Press, and he got that with 272.5. So opening on 277.5, he's, yeah. Wow. So he's here he's declared himself. But he's here to bring the competition to Yamashita, who is his direct competitor coming up. I think we got all out of shape. And I think he just grabbed his elbow.
280.
So that's interesting because he's opened higher than he finished at Worlds and he's missed it. And he is the only competition really for Yamashita of Japan in this age and weight class. So that'll be interesting to see if he can get on the
Bar
board.
is loaded.
Right. As I said, Yamashita, 280. So that's a low opener for him. 280 for Yamashita. He came first at World Bench Press this year with 290. So let's see. If he gets this, he is really in a comfortable position, especially with Batsuka missing his opener. Looks strong and solid from my side. Yes, great. 3 white lights. So he is in an extremely comfortable position now with that one. In
95 kg. For
in his
Batsaya.
age and weight category. So That was the top lift we saw in the opening round. We now swing into the second round of lifts. And so the bar gets deloaded all the way back down. The first lift in the second attempts is Batzaya, the junior. And he's got 95 kilos on the bar. Got his 80, his opener. Yeah, good. Looks smooth. Yes, no problems. I think he's building towards 100 or better. And he looks very pleased with that. As well he should. Right. Ijidar of Mongolia, now the Masters 2 lifter. He's coming, he's only put 2.5, so, okay. Let's see what's happening here. 2.5 he's put on. He got the 100. Oh, he's still got a T-shirt on. Okay, so I'm thinking, what's up with that? He hasn't got a bench shirt on. And with a shirt, he can bench a lot more. So this is raw lifting for him. And it's the absolute minimum that you can add, or indeed if you miss your chance to add anything, this is what you get allocated. So who knows what happened, but
115.
Nothing challenging there for him. 105 now for Bongorjav, the Masters 2 lifter.
Gongo Raja.
He got his opener of 105. He's put 10 kilo on. That sounds good. And we'll see how that 10 affects him. He's got his T-shirt on as well. So these are raw lifts for these guys at the moment. They're just choosing. It is an equipped competition, so you're allowed to use equipped. You don't have to. Yeah, very solid raw bench there. No problem.
Good lift.
Okay, so we have 125 now for Sven Dorj
of Mongolia.
Of Mongolia, 125, so 25 kilos. Well, yeah, as I predicted, he's put the shirt on. He's got the shirt on. This is great. Okay, so he had the 100 kilo raw opener, and then he's gone and put the shirt on. Oh, now he's calling for blocks. He didn't have blocks for his raw bench, and if they're not written down on his card, it's his problem that it takes time to put the blocks there. Oh, actually, the counter, the clock has gone back to 1 minute, so it must have been on his card. Right, and they've missed it. So his call for blocks ended up being 2 weight plates. Got the 100 and got the 125 on with the shirt. Oh, he looked like he enjoyed that from my point of view.
Good lift.
Yeah, good lift. And just looked great.
130 kg.
So terrific. He's happy.
Mongolia's lifter.
Almost runs off the platform. Okay, next gentleman is our M3, Mr. Shagdasuran.
Bar is
He's
loaded.
put a shirt on. He's got 130 now. He's 110 raw. Now he's got his shirt on. He's got 130 on there, so 20 kilo with the shirt. If I read his body language, he's having a whale of a time. He's enjoying this. He's got family and friends in the crowd. And he gets to put his lifting on the biggest platform available to him today. Mighty.
Good lift.
Good lift. So he gets that
150 kg for
all the way
Bayam
back down
Buttons
to
of
a sub
Mongolia.
junior now. Bayam Batugs, 150.
the bar is loaded.
He's already got his gold medal. He's just stacking on the weight now. Just so wonderful to see young lifters getting experience with the equipped shirts, with the shirts, the bench shirts, learning how they work, learning how to work with them, how to get the most out of their shirt, and help, get their shirt to help them with developing themselves as lifters and their strength. Oh, very well done. Wonderful, wonderful lift and
160 kg
excellent
for
use of
Nazan
the
Boyan
shirt.
Butter.
Right, 160 for Nassan Bayan.
Bar is
160.
loaded.
Got his 120 raw now. He's got a shirt on. So this is what he came here for. 120 was his opener raw. 160. He's put 40 kilos on the bar with his shirt on. So that's a reasonable increment. See how it goes with this. Substantially heavier. Oh, Lord. All right. Let's see what the refs saw.
No lift.
No lift.
Same load
I
there.
wonder if
Victor
that
and
40
Sotbat
was a
of
bit
Mongolia.
too much, as he had to throw everything at it and he lifted the butt clear off the bench to try and get some upward movement. Okay, same weight, but this is for a sub-junior youngster. Bayam Bajagal, 160. It is 140, no problem. 160 now. So it's really great to see them trying to train their bodies to take the jumps. A great technique there to set up. Oh, wow. These guys are really well coached. That is a beautiful lift.
Good lift.
I'm so impressed with the technique and the discipline, and they know exactly what they're doing. It's really good lifting.
Damden Sudan.
Okay, so Damden Surin is now going for 210. He's the Masters 1 lifter. Okay, he got 190, now 210. So, if you remember, he came rushing out. He sort of wasn't ready. He's much more composed now. His wraps are already done up. He's just walking out, just composing himself. This is a much better approach to the bar. So let's see if he can get another 20. Another 20. See what it looks like. Oh, very strong.
Good lift.
And 3 white lights. So this is a better
210.5.
display of what he can do when you're not rushed.
Boston
You
Bruins
can get
of
yourself
Mongolia.
together. I wonder what he's going to put on. Okay,
Bart Hedren Dodi.
212.5 now for Basan Dorj, the Masters 1 lifter in the 93. He had 190 as his first lift, now 212.5. This would move him up to first place ahead of Badgar, but not by much. So he's trying to stay in touch with his competitor. All right. Yeah, I saw that too. His
No
butt
lift.
was clear off the bench. And
215 kg.
that's a no lift. So his hips
Koto
are driving
Takahashi
vertically
of
as
Japan.
he's pressing. And as he needs more power, his hips are coming straight off. So he was trying very hard to stay in touch with Bagda, who was successful on his first 210. But now we've got Goto with 215, and this would get him into first position within his group, just momentarily. He's the lightest in his group, so at 215 he would jump ahead of Damba. So this is an important lift to build some competition for that third attempt. Now, I just wonder if they saw what I saw. Oh, okay, he's been given the lift. So 215.
Badgar.
Uh,
Naran Badgar of Mongolia.
So Damba now will come out later. He'll need to just put on a little bit more to pull away from Gota,
Bar is low.
if he can. So Bagda, Masters 1 lifter, Bagda, 217.5 to now reassert his lead. No, that's not right. Bagda. Very low touch. Oh. Let's see what happened there. No.
No lift.
No, it was very difficult for him. He got a very low touch, and as he came
222.5.
back, he got a lot of drift backwards
Damba
and had trouble
of
then
Mongolia.
actually locking it out. So that was all sorts of trouble there. Right. Here's Damba. Here's Damba. He got the 215. Now he's called for
Bar is
222.5.
loaded.
And this is to get him into first place momentarily. But it's setting up an interesting battle in the third lifts. So at 222.5, Damba's looking to try and at least hold the second position, if not encroach on Gota for first position. So all of these first and second lifts are really setting up the showdown in the third lift to see who's going to medal where. He has an absolutely amazing arch.
Good lift.
It's really wonderful. It's really good to see. So that was a good lift.
Sukhpat from Mongolia.
So Sukhpatar on 235 again. Now, Sukhpatar's the junior.
One is good.
Wait, Sukhpatar. Oh, I thought he was scratched, but he wasn't. Here he is. 235. No. Here we go. All right, unbelievably, there are two people called the same name. They're listed twice. I see what the problem is. No lift.
No lift.
Right. So
250 kg.
this is a scandal.
Good.
He's looking very dejected and bewildered, as though he's not sure what to do now. So he's missed that twice. And what's really hard is his competitor is just benching raw and has got both of his lifts. So we're flicking to the open lifters now with Batbold. Batbold now is taken 250 again. So missing that the first time has thrown his plans into disarray. Meanwhile, Batenko got his opener at 255. So this 250, he needs to get it so that he does not have so much pressure on him in the third lifts. Oh dear. He's come clear off the bench.
No lift.
It's an indicator to me that he hasn't got the strength or he's out of alignment and is having to use so much hip drive, leg drive, that he wouldn't ordinarily do. So I feel he could be looking down the barrel of a disqualification here with no result. But here is Batenko, who's redeemed himself from his last two occasions at Worlds. He's got a score. He got 255, and now he's going conservative jump of 265. And I think this is, really important mentally for him to come away from this event with successful lifts rather than huge attempts. Just get your lifts in and take the long game in your lifting. And in terms of best lifter points,
He's setting himself right up there with this. Look at that. See, that's good lifting. That's good lifting. Second attempt, gets 3 white lights.
280. For
Very good to
Kufukul
see.
Batugul.
Absolutely building that IPFGL score. So now Kamugul of Mongolia has called for 280 for his second lift. 280. Tell you what, he's stacking on some points as well in the formula. So he's got quite a competition around him with Yamashita and Batsuk. No lift.
No lift.
So these guys have really got to get the idea of how to keep their butt on the bench. That is the outstanding error we're seeing here. And there are ways to mechanically set yourself up so your butt does not drive upwards. So they need some coaching on that. Right, Batsuk has got 280 now. So let's see if he can do everything right to get this. And this would have him on body weight go into first position in his group with Yamashita still to come. And he missed his first lift, so he is really trying to make up some ground with this lift in a number of ways. Okay, he's got it. So he made the corrections.
282.5.
He got a score on the board and he got himself into first position. That was a great move. I like it. Okay, that's great. He was pretty happy as he came off. 280 now. Oh, no, that's Batsuk. What do we got? Come on, computer, catch up. 282.5 for Yamashita. So Yamashita he's currently down in fourth position with his IPFGL points. But in terms of his group, he's currently sitting at second on body weight, and this little extra, I don't know why he's only put 2.5 on there, this little extra would get him back into first place. No idea why he put 2.5. It's probably, yeah, that wasn't intentional, I'd say. So he needs to get this, which we should think he will. And then he's got a bit of pressure on him in the third to... Yeah, so that's a good lift. All the guys seem to be... The platform isn't quite level at the back. And
What side?
they took over it. Right. So, we're back now. The places are set, basically, for the showdown in the third attempts now. And so we're on to the third attempts. The final attempts are now. So Batzaya, the junior, 83. As I said, I thought he was looking for 100, maybe just over 100. The 95 came up beautifully. So I think it would absolutely make his day to leave here with 100, get out of the 90s. I think he's got it in him, just seeing that last 95. He possibly even has a bit more than the 100. So fairly conservative jump up here for but Zaya, but great experience. It'd be wonderful to get 3 out of 3 lifts. Oh. Oh. So good.
Good lift.
So good. Wonderful lift. Well done.
120 kg. Gongoria.
Sigh of
Bye.
relief.
Gongoria.
That was great. And these young Mongolian lifters are really well coached. I really like what I'm seeing, that their technique is so good. All right, here we go. Masters 2 lifter Gongorjav,
Bar is loaded.
and he is in competition with Nazarbayev. Yeah, so he's put the 120. So he's lighter than Nazarbayev. He could get first. He could get the gold with this if his competitor misses the next one. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. Yes. Yes, he's got it. No problem. So that's excellent.
130
Now,
kg.
if Nazarbayev, his competitor who'll come out
Mamchulu
later, misses it,
Mongolia.
his next one, he'll get the gold.
Sivin Dorje Mamchulu Mongolia.
Sivin Dorje, 130 kilo. The Masters 4 lifter that you saw is just putting another 10. This will test him, I think. And his running mate, his other competitor, appears to be coaching him. That is just gorgeous to see that. I don't seem to have a coach, but they've got each other, these two guys. And how wonderful. That's powerlifting for you, where other athletes help you so much. So, yeah, this is the weight he came. This is what he wanted to get. So this is what it was all about. Let's see how he goes. He's whoa! That's why we have safety racks.
No lifting.
He's a virtually flat-backed lifter.
Pat Erdine is a
And
lifter. Pat Erdine of Mongolia.
shirt didn't work for him on that occasion. He's okay. We have safety racks. We stay safe. Right. His mate, Shagdasuran, is an M3 lifter, is now coming straight out after him. And he just pumped up his mate. So those two guys are looking after each other.
Loaded. Pat Erdine of Mongolia is a lifter.
So 135, just 5 kilo more. I think that's a really good attempt selection. He's a gold medalist already. He's done himself proud. This is very good lifting. Not much flexibility in the back there anymore, I'd say. So a lot of upper body strength. Oh, that's marvellous. Whoa, that was great. That's really good. Yes.
Good lift.
Yes, he got it. Number 1, he got the gold, he got all his lifts,
150
and he's enjoying his day of lifting.
Ijida Patbair of Mongolia.
So, Ijida of Mongolia now, M2 lifter. He's put 150 on.
Part is loaded.
150? Didn't he have a shirt on already? I think he's changed shirts. I thought he had a red shirt. This might be a different shirt. Maybe he's trying out a new shirt. He might be taking this opportunity to try out a new shirt. All right. So this is a good time to see how it works. Oh, wow. Wow, that's great. Good lift. Well done. 150. Got to be happy with that. Yeah.
for Nazan
Fantastic.
Boyan, Qatar of Mongolia.
Nassan Bayan from Mongolia is going to take the 160 again, obviously, to try to win in his group. There's two of these guys, M2. The other guy is lifting much
Bar is
less,
loaded.
but he's made his lifts. So this is it. This is it. He gets the gold or gets the silver, all on this lift. Is it gold? Is it silver? What happened? No lift. It's a silver medal for him.
So load 160 there. Biambatuts of Mongolia.
Okay, sub-junior time, 160 kilos now for Biambatugs.
Bar is loaded lifter. Biambatuts.
Another lifter just competing against himself here today.
of Mongolia.
Looked to go 3 from 3. So impressed with this guy's technique and his whole approach to his lifting. I think he's going to be a wonderful lifter to watch in the future as well. And it's just a pleasure to watch young lifters lifting so well and so well coached. Oh, isn't that wonderful? That is just so good. Fantastic lifting.
180.
Good job. Good job, coach. Good job, lifter. Okay, so now Biambajagal 180.
Biam Bayargal, Sudbatar of Mongolia. The bar is loaded.
Another very impressive lifter, sub-junior. Wonderful lifting day. Another 20 kilos here. This is quite a significant jump without pressure, so they're really trying to see what he can lift. And his friend who just lifted is really intently watching to see what's he going to do. $180. It's a big lift. Oh, he gives it everything. No, he gave it a good shot.
No.
It was worth a try. I'm glad he pushed himself. That's really good to challenge himself
212.5.
like that. Let's just a look and see. Okay, Masters 1, Barsandorj, 212.5.
Bar is loaded for Basan, Dorj Munkbata of
Now-
Mongolia.
He would temporarily go into first position with Bagda still to lift. This is a shot at the gold. It's a chance. Him and his competitor both missed their second lift, so the whole thing didn't go according to plan. Can he make up some ground with this one? Right. Not only did that You're
No
not
lift.
getting that, but the
217.5
butt came up. So that was never on today.
for Badga Naran Bhatt of Mongolia.
Now, so that he only got his opener, and that's him definitely got the silver now. Bagda has only got his opener so far, but he's trying 217.5 again. So he's already got the gold. But it's interesting, both of these guys lifted a lot less than perhaps they thought they would today. So 217.5, got the 210 opener, and see if he could add a little more. Got to get his heels down. All right. No. And his heels were never down, I can tell you. They were never grounded. So he shouldn't have got the start call. I don't know. What are you going to do?
222.5.
All right, he's got the gold medal and he got that fair and square. But 217.5 was never there. Okay, Dam Din Surin, 222.5. This is to propel himself into first position from third. So this is a big attempt. Yes, he's pretty focused now. Yeah, he's really super focused. If he gets this, he'll be temporarily in first position. He's got two of his competitors to come. And that could go either way. So first this, then he waits to see what colour medal. Whoa. Tried. The feet shot out from underneath him.
Goto Takashi.
Good attempt. He'll settle with the bronze. Okay, Goto from Japan now. 225. This would take him from silver medal to gold, with Damda still to come. Damda's put down for 230. So this is a good shot at the gold medal.
Okay.
Just trying to squeeze up the bench there. Get himself settled. All right, we've got problems here from my angle. No, his butt
230.
was not on the bench.
Hold on, please.
So that's interesting. He settles with 215 and the silver medal. Damda now is set for the gold before he even comes out. And here he comes. Damda 227.5, already got the gold with those two guys missing theirs. This is just to put some icing on the cake.
bar is loaded, the lifter is Damda,
Gets one final slap from the
Jamba
coach.
Mukhtur.
And composes himself mentally. He's already got 222.5. Yep. Ooh. No. No.
No lift.
No lift. So it doesn't matter. He's got the gold.
235. Sukhbata Sukhbata.
Right. Sukhbatar, the junior, is in a world of trouble here.
Bar is
He's
loaded.
missed this twice now. Oh, he is so wild. He is absolutely furious. He storms out here. This is totally within him. So, and I remember he looked quite bewildered when he walked off the last time. So, but Zaya, in his age and weight, will medal. Sukhbatar just wants to get on the board. That looks good from here. Oh. No, everything went wrong
No
today.
lift.
You have days like that. It's so disappointing. And honestly, we've all been there. We have, well, I say we. A lot of us have been there. We've bombed at big occasions and you come back. You've just got to come back and keep going. It's part of the journey to have spectacular
Bar
disappointments,
is loaded.
and that's what builds your mental strength. It's just so devastating at the time, but you get through it and you keep going. Right, Bat Bold's here in the same position. Missed 250 twice. Would just like to get on the board. The Kazakh lifter, his competitor, is on the board. He's fine. But Bat Bold just needs to get this lift and get a silver medal. Butenko has already got the gold, right? So Bat Bold can't get it. All right, let's see what the refs say. Okay, he got the lift. That's really great. And
275.
I think he'll be quite annoyed with himself.
275 for Butenko, Kazakhstan.
So we're getting to the last few lifters now. Butenko from Kazakhstan now, 275 for 3 out of 3. No pressure, absolutely no pressure on him, just about what he wants. 275 is a long way down from what he's probably capable of. But it does have him second in the best lifter score formula. He is a bench press only athlete. This is his thing. great technique. How'd he go? Yes.
Good lift.
3 white lights, 3 out of 3. Betenko
282.5.
is back in the house.
285. Sorry, 285.
So, 285 now, and that got, by the way, that got Betenko into the best lifter so far in the
285.
IPF GL points. So, Kamal Gould now he's putting on another 5 kilos from the 280 that he missed the second time.
And the left right. Kumul Gul.
He's sitting in third position. He's sitting in third position. Yeah, this would take him to first position with 2 to go. So nice to stay in touch with the competition. Oh dear. You really can't bench like that. That was about 20 centimetres clear of the bench, his hips.
90.
Oh dear. All right, he's got the bronze.
285 now.
285. 295 for Batsuk.
$295 now.
Batsuk would get himself into first position with this, with Yamashita still to come.
Bar is loaded.
Actually, yeah, 295, yeah. So Yamashita's going to try and best this, but this is his shot. Batsuk, he got the 280, so it's 15 more. He missed his opener. With Yamashita still to come, he's going to go for 297.5. See how this goes. Let's see what the rest. No, he had a lot of butt lifting there as well. So that was a really good effort to take it to Yamashita, who is just marched straight out on the platform, ready to go. He's 297.5. He is the gold medalist already now. No pressure, just wants the lift. Yamashita, I thought he'd lost weight. I think he was in the 105s and he's come down a weight class. And, oh, he didn't take the attempt. Okay. So, he did not take the attempt because he's already got the gold. I guess there's no need for it. So that concludes the lifting in that session. Oh, that was a bit exciting, actually. So we ended up with Betenko as the best lifter on points, with Purvasuran from yesterday in second place and Batsuka in third. So next up we've got the equipped medal ceremony. So stick around 5 minutes time for that and we'll see you then.
83 kg open. The medals will be distributed by the President of the Asian Powerlifting Federation, Shafarshid Sultani, and PJ Joseph, the Championship Secretary of the Asian Powerlifting Federation. So we open with the 83 kg category. Bench press. Silver medal goes to Bathbold Dulgun of Mongolia. Gold medal goes to Butenko Oleg of Kazakhstan. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Kazakhstan. Moving on to the 93 kg category open. Bronze medal goes to Kumul Gul Batumur of Mongolia. Silver, Batsuk Gansuk of Mongolia. The gold medal goes to Yamashita Yazuki of Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Japan. Sub-juniors gold medal goes to Sodbatar of Mongolia. Please rise for the national anthem of Mongolia. Category sub-juniors, gold medal goes to Piam Batuks of Mongolia. Please rise for the national anthem of Mongolia. 83 kg juniors. Gold medal goes to Batzaya Bayartuk of Mongolia. The national anthem of Mongolia. kg Masters 1. Bronze medal Damdin Suren of Mongolia. Silver Goto Takashi of Japan. Gold medal goes to Tamba Muttul of Mongolia. Please rise for the national anthem of Mongolia. kg Masters 1. Silver Basan Dorje Monkabatar of Mongolia. Gold medal Badga Naran Batar of Mongolia. National anthem of Mongolia. kg Masters 2. Silver medal goes to Nasan Buyan Batar of Mongolia. Gold medal Gogoryao Batbayar of Mongolia. National anthem of Mongolia. Masters 293 kg. Ijida Batbayar of Mongolia wins the gold. The national anthem of Mongolia. 83 kg Masters 3. Gold medal goes to Shadar Surat Pateridin of Mongolia. The national anthem of Mongolia. '83 kg category Master 4. Mamchulum of Mongolia wins the gold. National anthem of Mongolia. Technical controller, please bring the competitors off the stage.